The following is a production of WCMP Sports. It's time for high school basketball action here on WCMP. Tonight we'll see the Pine City Dragons getting set to battle the Minnehaha Academy Redhawks. Tip-off is coming your way shortly, but now we send it to the court for the pregame. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to tonight's broadcast of girls basketball here on 100.9 FM WCMP. I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman, and I'll be bringing you all the action from this Class 2A contest between the Pine City Dragons, the home team, and the Minnehaha Academy Redhawks. This should be a fun one here this evening between these two teams. And it should be a great one here for both squads as Pine City facing off against a team who is a perennial powerhouse in the state of Minnesota. Also a team that consistently makes it to state and who's ranked in the top 5, even top 3 in Class 2A in the state of Minnesota. So Pine City going to have their hands full, but you can bet that they are coming into this one prepared and ready for this one this evening between themselves and the Minnehaha Academy Redhawks. The Redhawks, again, coming in as the visitors have made their way up from Minneapolis to come up here and play against the Pine City Dragons. This is a fun matchup, and again, the Pine City, as they are continuing to get better and better each and every year, it seems like these are the teams that they're going to be facing in state, and teams much like this in their own section. And I think it's good for them to be playing these type of teams because, again, if you play teams that are less, I don't want to say not as good as you, but are lesser than you in talent, you don't necessarily get, I mean, you can certainly get better, but when you face teams like this, who you will see in the section playoffs, or once you get deeper into the playoffs, like section semifinals, quarterfinals, championships, and even state, these are the types of teams and the type of talent you're going to face in those games. So to see it as often as you can, as Pine City has this season, I think is a huge plus as we take a look at the Minnehaha Academy Redhawks coming into the year. Again, they're ranked 3rd in the state of Minnesota in Class 2A. And they are sitting at 16-4 on the year, 2-0 in their section, which they play in for AA, is the section that they play in. As we look at their schedule here on the season, they suffered a loss to Minnetonka at the beginning of the year at the Hopkins Breakdown Classic. Minnetonka right now 13-8. They're 14th in the state of Minnesota. And they also lost to Vanille St. Margaret's, a 3A school who is ranked 1st in the state of Minnesota in Class 3A. So Minnetonka, a 4A school, Vanille St. Margaret's, a 3A school. And yeah, those are their 2 losses. The other one was to a 2A. They have 2 losses to 2A schools. One was Goodhue, a 2A school. They lost to them by 3 points, and Goodhue's only the number 2 team in the state. No big deal. And Providence Academy, Providence Academy is only the number 1 team in the state. No big deal. So their losses have come against some really, really good teams, but they did. Interestingly enough, this week they would have played 4 games. I mean, my goodness, 4 games this week. But on Wednesday, they did have a forfeit from St. Paul Academy. So this is their 3rd game of the week. They would have played Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and today had that forfeit not happened on Wednesday. That is, I don't know if I've seen a team this year play 4 games in a week. 3 games I've seen, but I don't know about 4. My goodness. This Minnehaha Academy team has been busy as of late. We can even go back to before that. They have played 2-3 games in a small amount of time. So they've been busy this second half of the schedule. But again, looking at it, 16-4 on the season, and the teams they've lost to are only in the top 5. Excuse me, 2. They've lost to 2 number 1 teams, one by 13 points, the other one by 9. They've lost to 2. They've lost to a number 2 team by 3 points, and then a team in Class 4A by 14 points. So that just goes to show you how good this Minnehaha Academy squad is coming into tonight. 4 losses, either against number 1, number 2s, or a 4A school. So a just ridiculous schedule. But that, again, Minnehaha does that as well, to where they play better talent to get them prepared as the season goes along. We've seen both these Pine City squads, boys and girls, continue to play better and better talent year in and year out to help get them ready for playoffs, to help get themselves prepared to what they're going to see as they go into the playoffs and maybe even make it deeper into the playoffs towards those section semifinals, championships, and even a state run. So these are the types of teams that you will face, and I think it's awesome that they're able to schedule a game against a powerhouse much like Minnehaha Academy, and it should be a fun one here tonight. The Red Hawks, again, ranked third in the state. They're 4-1 in their own conference, and they play in Section 4 AA again. They are a pretty good offense who score about 66 points per game and give up about 50 points per game. Now, looking at it in their section, that is not the best defense. It's not the worst, but it's not the best. It ranks them about the middle, maybe middle lower half of the section teams that they play against. But those 66 points a game, those are the best in Section 4 AA. So it's a very high-powered offense. I've seen plenty of games on their schedule where they're scoring in the 80s, 90s on their way to this 16-4 record. As we look over on the other side for the Pine City Dragons, now technically they are taller. The tallest two on Minnehaha Academy squad are 5'11", and that's a senior and a sophomore. So, I mean, if you want to go technical, Pine City does have the taller squad with their big three in Chloe Lynn, Carly Jusak, and Sophie Lottie. So those are, and you're going to probably see those three be a big piece of tonight's game against Minnehaha Academy. I haven't been able to watch Minnehaha Academy this year. Unfortunately, I don't get the chance to go down to the cities and watch any games and call any games. I mean, I probably could in my spare time, but with two kids, I like to spend my spare time with them two rascals. So as we take a look at the Pine City Dragons in a tough section, probably the toughest in the state of Minnesota, that is 6AA. They're ranked 5th, though, in that section. They're 3-2 in the section, 15-5 overall. They are the highest scoring offense in that section with 73 points per game. They also only give up about 48 points per game, so a pretty darn good defense as well. But as you take a look at the defense in this section, it is ridiculous, the defenses that they face in this section. I mean, the best defenses only give up around 38 points, so to say Pine City's defense is just not true, because they're very good. They are a very good defense, very talented, and though the big three is a reason why, but don't discredit LSL. LSL is a senior who runs all over the place to try and make sure that she is there to help out her team, and she does it. Defense, offense, it doesn't matter. She gets it done. For Pine City, their 5 losses came against, well, one of them being Sauk Center. They have been a thorn in Pine City's side for so long, and I'm sure if they were to face them in the playoffs, that would be a much different game. Then they lost to Pequot Lakes and Albany. Albany's only the number 1 team in Section 6AA. Pequot Lakes is number 7 in the state. They're first in 7AA. And again, Albany, the number 1 team in 6AA, and ranked 8th in the state of Minnesota with a record of 19-1. Their other 2 losses came against Goodyear. We already know about them. They're ranked number 2 in the state of Minnesota in Class 2A. And then they also lost to ESCO. ESCO, a very good 7AA team, and they are ranked in the top 20 of the state of Minnesota. So Pine City is going to have their hands full here tonight, but if they're going to win here tonight, I believe one of the big key factors is going to be those big three that we always talk about: Sophie Lottie, Carly Jusak, Chloe Lynn. Those, I think, are going to be the big keys here. But one thing you really can't do is not talk about LSL, Summer Thiemann, those other contributors that they have coming off the bench. Mallory Klepper, even Piper Metling. This team is so well rounded that it doesn't matter who comes into the game. They're going to try and get the job done with whoever is out there, no matter what. Vivian Lottie, another one that we should talk about more often. This is the future of this team, and looking at it, my goodness, they're in some good hands for next year as well. But I think tonight a big key contributing factor is going to be the big three, especially against a Minnehaha Academy team who is for sure going to try and stretch this court as quickly and as often as they can here tonight. So two teams going at it who are top 3 in the state, and a team who is ranked in the top 5 in their section in the Pine City Dragons. It should be a fun one. We're just about set for tip-off. We're going to get our national anthem, then our starting lineups, and then after that, we will have your tip-off here at Pine City High School between the Dragons and the Red Hawks. We'll take a commercial break, hear a word from our fine sponsors, and then we'll be set for tip-off here at Pine City High School. You're listening to girls basketball here on 100.9 FM WCMP.
Are you interested in a technical degree that can quickly help you land your dream career? Or maybe you've always dreamed of going to a 4-year college, but you'd like to start close to home. Either way, Pine Technical and Community College has you covered. PTCC offers more than 50 degrees in hot fields like healthcare information technology, advanced manufacturing, and business. PTCC is now accepting applications. Financial aid may be available online at pine.edu. Starting out or starting over, find your future at Pine Technical and Community College.
A&W Restaurant Pine City is still making fresh root beer, that signature item since 1919. It's still made fresh and on-site with real cane sugar and a blend of secret ingredients. It doesn't get any better than this. Their world-renowned A&W root beer is a classic treat, and they can top it off with creamy vanilla soft serve to be known as the famous A&W root beer float. Now that's smooth, tasty, and refreshing. An American iconic A&W root beer float. It never tasted so good. A&W Restaurant Pine City. Come grab your root beer float today.
Your tomorrow is important to Pine Insurance Agency and Grinnell Mutual. That's why you can trust us to provide you with personalized service and a full range of insurance coverages you can count on. We'll be there when you need us so you can trust in tomorrow. For all your insurance needs, contact Pine Insurance Agency, your local Grinnell Mutual agent at pineagency.us today. Trust in Tomorrow is a registered trademark of Grinnell Mutual Reinsurance Company.
This high school sports season, Wellia Health wants to remind you that they want to help your athletes stay in the game. Sports medicine services are available at every Wellia Health campus. Whether it's the young athlete, the weekend warrior, or the accomplished athlete, injuries can happen. Get back in the game by calling the sports medicine experts at Wellia Health, 320-679-1313. Wellia Health. Live life well.
It's time to start pushing snow. Sorry, just the messenger. Thankfully, Minnesota Equipment in Isanti has affordable machines to do the heavy lifting. Any size property. Toro and Aaron's walk behind snow blowers. Oh, you got land, huh? How about John Deere lawn and garden tractors? Or a compact utility tractor? Minnesota Equipment has them in stock. Snow removal doesn't have to be backbreaking. Not if you get into Minnesota Equipment. Highway 65 in Isanti. Or visit minnesotaequipment.com.
Back here on 100.9 FM WCMP, they awarded 3 game balls to the 1,000-point scorers for this Minnesota Pine City Dragons team. Those are Chloe Lynn, Sophie Lanti, and Carly Jusak. All have scored their 1,000th career point this season. So congratulations to all of them. Your starting lineups now for the Minnehaha Academy Redhawks, who are head coached by Matt Pryor. It'll be number 1, Ava Cupido. That's how they pronounce it. That's how the PA announcer announces, so that's what I'm sticking with. I apologize if I botched it. Angel Hill, number 4. Number 5, Addison Mack. Number 14, Sine Hill. And number 15, Anaya Rubin. Or Naya or Ania. I believe it's Anaya, though. And the Minnehaha Academy are in their white away uniforms. Their black numbers and letters outlined in red. Then on the other side for your Pine City Dragons, it'll be number 3, LSL. Number 5, Sophie Lati. Number 10, Summer Thiemann. Number 12, Carly Jusak. And number 14, Chloe Lind. Ted Haas, their head coach. The Pine City Dragons wearing their home green uniforms with the white letters and numbers outlined in black. Whether you're a fan of the Redhawks or a fan of the Dragons, thanks so much for tuning in here tonight. We're in for a fun one between these two teams. Two teams who, I don't know if they've ever faced off against each other, and if they have, it has been an extremely long time. 18 minutes are up on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Embrace Orthodontics custom braces or Invisalign with 3 locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge. Find out more at embracemn.com. You've got a perennial powerhouse and a team who is year in and year out at state, and the Minnehaha Academy Redhawks. Pine City, who is trying to get there this season. They have been for the last couple of years, and We'll have Chloe Lind and Rubin, Anaya Rubin at half court for the tip-off, and it is won by the Redhawks. Cupido, and she'll give it off now to Mack, who puts it up, and quick two for the Redhawks. So already I can tell that the Redhawks have an extremely quick offense, and now Lottie's stuck. She's trying to get it off to someone. She does to Lynn. Lynn going to get it inside. We're going to get a foul, though, on the Redhawks here early on. I believe that'll be on Angel Hill. So Hill with the first foul here for the Redhawks, and Dragons will get set to inbound. It's Lottie who will look to inbound to Jusak. Jusak is on the far side. Jusak trying to get around the defender, gives it off to Lottie. Lottie top of the key for three, just off the mark. Carly Jusak is going to grab the rebound, though. She'll give it off to LSL. LSL will circle the top of the key, give it off to Thiemann. Thiemann fakes inside, spins inside, now gives it off to Chloe Lynn. Chloe Lynn to Sophie Lottie. Lottie on the near side elbow. Trying to work around the defenders, now trying to drive inside, and we're going to get a foul. And a foul, the second team foul here on Minnehaha Academy, the first on Naya Rubin. And I'm not sure where the foul was, but it was called. Sophie Lottie will get the inbound, and oh my goodness. Mack, a quick two the other way with a steal. Wow. I mean, she's on skates out there. She was, tipped it and gone. Just incredible speed there. She's got to be a sprinter. That was fast. Lottie is going to be bumped, but a foul on Rubin again. Their head coach Pryor not a fan of the call there, and we get a substitution as Barrett Parton checks into the game. For the Redhawks, so the Dragons will get set to do it again here in their front court. The inbound goes to LSL with under 17 minutes to go. Gives off to Lottie. Lottie, top of the key, trying to drive inside. Lottie goes inside to Jusak, and Jusak, off the front of the rim. She gets her own rebound, though, and now gives out to LSL for three. That's no good. Chloe Lynn with the rebound. Her shot is up and no good. Jusak with the rebound. Her shot is up and no good, and it's going to go out of bounds. Last touched by the Dragons. So missed opportunities there for the Dragons, about 4 of them. And you cannot miss those opportunities if you're the Dragons here tonight. Those are big misses and big opportunities that you missed to get within 2. And now here comes the Minnehaha offense back the other way. It's Cupido with it. She gives it off now to Hill. Hill all the way across court to Mack. Mack, she's already shown her speed, gives it to Cupido. Cupido drives inside, gives it off to Parton. And Parton will now give it off to Hill, who nearly lost it. Now to Hill again, to Cupido, and Hill for 3. Angel Hill for 3 makes it 7-0. Favor of the Redhawks. Jusak on that far side gets a screen, and she'll go back to Lottie. Lottie fakes the 3 and trying to drive inside, gives it back to Jusak, and I have a feeling they're going to have to probably take more contested shots than they would like here tonight, will the Dragons. Sell gives it off to Jusak. Jusak on the near side, pauses, gives it off to Sell. Sell on the near side now. We'll go to Lynn at the top of the key. Lynn, spin move inside, nearly lost it. That ball is going to be tipped. And Sophie Lottie is going to establish herself in the backcourt and regain possession. Lottie should have been a kick ball there, but it was not called. And now quickly up the court, and again an easy 2 for Addison Mack. And we're going to get a timeout here by the Dragons, and a much-needed timeout. The Dragons trail 9-0, 15.5 to go here in the first half, and just a tough start. They missed some opportunities, and they're just gonna try and do is just settle things down a little bit, get their feet under them, and get their offense running and just play their style of basketball. So a timeout early here by the Pine City Dragons. 15.5 minutes to go in the first half. They trail 9-0, but they're not struggling inside by any means, because you've got Jusak already with 3 rebounds, Lind with 1. And they had about 3-4 opportunities in that one offensive drive about 2 possessions ago where they could not get, for the life of them, could not get a basket to fall. And unfortunately, that led to points the other way. And again, the Redhawks, a very, very, very good team. They're not ranked in number 3 in the state for no reason, and they don't go back to state year in and year out for no reason either. So they're going to be a tough team to beat here tonight. But for the Dragons, one of the key things is making the most of your opportunities, and you got to make those shots underneath the basket, especially with Chloe Lind and Carly Jusak. A little bit of a full court press here by the Redhawks, and ball nearly stolen away. It is going to be stolen away by Cupido, and that's the mistakes that you can't have. Mack a 3, that's just off the mark, and LSL will get the rebound there for Pine City. Quickly up the court now for Sophie Lotti. She lost it, but gets it back. She'll get it to Sell. Sell's going to drive inside. Gives it all the way across the court there to Thiemann, and it's just too high. A smart pass by LSL, but just a little too high for Thiemann. Thiemann went all the way up, just couldn't bring it down. And the ball will go back to the Redhawks, and it's those kind of mistakes that the Dragons cannot have in this type of game against this type of team. But those are the mistakes that you got to fix quickly, and it's, again, a great opportunity for the Dragons here in tonight's game to evaluate themselves. With it now is Cupido. Cupido trying to drive inside on Sell. She'll put up a little floater. That's no good. She gets her own rebound and will put up a shot from the side, an awkward falling backward to the side shot. She gets it to fall. It's 11-0. A screen there from Jusak for Lotti. She'll go inside for Jusak. It's going to go out of bounds and back to the Redhawks. Dragons struggling early here, and it just seems like they're playing too fast. It seems like they're not playing their style of basketball right now. They're just kind of out of sorts a little bit. I think they need to take a deep breath, settle things down, and play within themselves. This is a long game. There's no 11-point shot. You got to get them back one by one, but they're just fine. Parton will give it off now to Hill for 3, and Hill a nice 3 shot there to make it 14-0. And the Dragons have already drawn 3 fouls on the Redhawks, so maybe try and grab some more as Lotti. She'll give it off now to Jusak, and Jusak on the near side will give it back all the way across to LSL. Sell now to Lotti, top of the key. Lotti looks for a screen from Jusak. She's going to drive to the left. She'll put up a little floater for 2. That's no good. Rebounded there by Cupido. And Mack is going to be a problem. Addison Mack is, I don't know if Usain Bolt could catch up with her right now. She is fast, and she is leaving everybody she's leaving her own teammates in the dust, for Pete's sake. She gets a 2, and that pass for Thiemann off the mark. She throws it back inside. Unfortunately, it's going to be stolen away by Hill. And another 2 for Addison Mack. And, yeah, another timeout called here by Pine City. And you have to call a timeout now if you're Pine City. You're down 18-0, and 3:25 to go, and the Pine City Dragons they just got to settle down right now. They're playing too quick. They're just rushing things a little bit. You can feel that they're a little bit tense right now, and you just got to settle things down. Tell them, hey, just play your basketball. There's no 18. Again, I said it at the 11-point mark. There's no 18-point shot, but just get it back one at a time, and things will start to fall your way. They're doing a pretty good job getting the rebounds, but right now the team's speed and just the shooting ability of Minnehaha Academy is just plaguing Pine City right now. But if Pine City can get inside again, they had something working inside. So I think they should try to look inside again. But the passes have been tough to come by. 10 points for Addison Mack already. 6 for Angel Hill and 2 for Cupido. 18-0 is the lead for the Redhawks. But again, the Dragons, they just got to continue to plug away at this and continue to just play their game, play their style of basketball. And I think one of the big things right now, try and work that ball inside. As Jusak is going to be double teamed, she'll give it up to Lotti in the front court, but unfortunately over and back. She didn't realize where her feet were. She got the ball up the court, and then as she went to drive, she planted her foot behind the half-court line, and it's going to be a turnover. And those are the types of mistakes Pine City needs to get rid of. Those are kind of hurting them right now. And I know it's easier said than done by a long shot, but a 3 here, oh my goodness, and Hill, her first miss on the evening, but a rebound there by Cupido. And that's another thing. The Dragons are going to, it's not kind of, but they must get these defensive rebounds. Hill is left open here for 3, and she won't take it. She'll get it off here to number 10. That's Griffin Hagen. Don't know if that's German or not, but Griffin Hagen. I hope I'm pronouncing that somewhat right. And Hill again for 3. She is an absolute problem from 3 for the Dragons right now. 21-0 is the score. Dragons, Lotti with it, and she gives it off to Thiemann. Thiemann loses it, and Hill is going to grab the steal. And Mack, spin around 2, no good, and oh, no. I think they're going to say that Thiemann didn't establish herself back in bounds for that, but she definitely wasn't out of bounds when she grabbed the rebound. I think they're just going to say she didn't establish herself back in bounds to get the rebound. So, again, because she was not out of bounds when she grabbed that rebound. She was over that line. So the Redhawks will inbound it. That ball's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by Pine City. 21-0 deficit right now for the Dragons. And again, the turnovers have, I think, been the biggest issue right now. And I mean, it's tough because this is a really very good Minnehaha Academy team. As Rubin's going to take a 3. She misses on that shot. And racing after the rebound that time is number 13. That is Amina Allen. Now inside to Mack, that's Cupido. And Cupido shot no good. Rebounded here by Jusak, and Jusak gives it up the court to Thiemann. Thiemann back to Lottie, that's Jusak. Now to Sell. Sell at the top of the key, gives it across the court on the far side to Thiemann. Thiemann gives it to Sell. Sell on the far side, gives it inside to Jusak. She's wide open, and finally a basket for the Dragons. Up and in for 2 from Jusak, and now get something going. Cupido, though, up the court quickly for the Redhawks, and she'll give it off to Allen. Allen now gives it back to Cupido on the far side. Now to Hill. Got to watch out for her at 3. Mack has it now. Mack, the quick Griefenhagen with it. Now off to Hill. Hill drives inside. Shot is up, no good, and they're going to get her for a travel. So the ball will go back to the Dragons. So, hey, Dragons got something going their way now. As Piper Metling will check into the game. For the Dragons for the first time here this evening, and Lottie will bring it up the court for Pine City. All over across the street at the Pine City Civic Center, the Dragons hosting Mound West Tonka, and they are up 2-0 after 1 period. So not a bad start there for the Dragons hockey team. As the Dragons work it inside to Lottie. Now to Summer Thiemann for 3. That's good! Summer Thiemann gets a 3. Maybe we should call her Summer Thiemann. Hitting those 3s as of late. She's doing a very good job hitting 3s lately. As now Amina Allen has it. She'll give it back out to Cupido at the top of the key. Now over to Hill. And again, Hill. This time Sine Hill for 3. It's been Angel Hill from 3. This time it's Sine Hill. Sophie Lottie drives inside. Nice move, and her shot is up no good, but she was fouled, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2. That's a great offensive possession right there. Even though you didn't get the shot to fall, you get to go to the line to shoot 2. That is exactly, I think, the kind of possession that the Dragons needed right there. They trailed 24-5, so a long way to go to come back, but all they need to do is start playing their type basketball, and they've showed it these last couple of possessions. First shot is up and no good from Lottie. Lottie's second one is good. It's going to get the friendly roll home. So 24-6 as the Redhawks quickly back up the court. Off to Sine Hill. Sine Hill back over to Parton. Now to Allen. Now back to Parton. Now to Mack. Back to Parton. Parton goes back to Mack. Mack back to Parton. They're trying to work something inside. It just hasn't become available yet. And now they'll give it off to Allen. Back to Parton. Now back to Hill. Hill wanted 3. Gives it back to Parton. She's open for 3. And that's through. Barrett Parton for 3. 27-6 is the Minnehaha Academy lead. Lottie brings it up on the far side, gives it off to Summer Thiemann for 3. Oh, just off the side of the rim, no good. Sine Hill will get the rebound for the Redhawks. Quickly up the court here to Parton. Parton almost lost her dribble. She gives it off to Mack, and Mack lost it. And Thiemann will get the steal. So there you go, something positive going forward. Sophie Lottie will take a shot. It's in off the backboard. Plus she was fouled. She'll get to go to line for the and 1. That foul is going to go against Griefenhagen or Griefenhagen. I apologize again if I'm botching it one way or the other. Doing my best, doing my best. So a shot there made off the backboard by Sophie Lottie. Now possible three-point play. That one is home. So the three-point play there by Lottie makes it 27-9. And here come the Red Hawks. It's Mack. Mack top of the key. I mean, a long through. Oh, my goodness. Mack can make it from anywhere for the Red Hawks. She's just shown that right there. A three from NBA range. Forget WNBA. That's NBA range. They put the three on the wrong side. But now it's a three from Thiemann. That's no good. And Jusak is going to bring in the rebound. Should be 30-9 as a three there is no good. Jusak almost got the rebound, but it's picked up here by Allen. And she gives it off on the far side here to Mack. That's no good. Chloe Lind with the rebound. I do assure you it's 30-9. As Lind will put that one up and in for two. Now it's 30-11. It is not 14. The three, they messed up the three. The three should be on the side of Minnehaha Academy. Mack shot is up and good, plus the and one. Holy moly. So now they'll probably get an opportunity to fix it. 32-11, and Max is fouled. Now she'll get to go to line to shoot the possible three-point play. And I think they got that foul on Lind. So again, it is 32-11 as Mack makes that, and it's another three-point play. So 33-11 is the score. I know the scoreboard again says 33-14, but it is 3 points off. They gave the 3 points to the wrong team, the last three. There they go, that Minnehaha made. So there's correct score. Piper Metling for three, just off the mark, and holy cow, Addison Mack. I mean, she's just, there's nowhere she isn't on the court. A hole and a three from Amina Allen. Just drained, 36-11, under 8 minutes to go. Lottie up the court, splits the defenders, goes inside to Lind. Lind up and gets the roll home for two. 36-13. Mack trying to drive inside. She thought about taking the shot. Instead, she'll give it off to now Sine Allen. Sine Allen back to Mack. Mack back to Hill. Hill for three. That's no good. And racing after the rebound. It's going to go out of bounds, and it will go back to the Dragons. Well, the Dragons will get this ball back. 7.5 to go. They trail 36-13 here on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Embrace Orthodontics. Dr. Sievers is committed to providing world-class orthodontic care in a friendly and comfortable atmosphere. Start today at EmbraceMN.com. Lottie at the top of the key. Wants to drive inside, and that pass is tipped and stolen away here by Parton. And Mack, she'll give it off to Allen, and that is no good, but she was fouled. She'll go to the line to shoot two. Piper Metling gets called for the foul on the Dragons, and that will send Amina Allen to the line to shoot two. First one is up and good for Amina Allen. And the second one is through as well. So Amina Allen makes both, and that makes it a 38-13 lead for the Red Hawks. As Jusek brings it up the court now for Pine City. She drifts to that far side. She'll stop, give it off to Summer Thiemann. Thiemann, top of the key, had an opportunity for three, but instead gives it off to Lind. Now goes back to the top of the key for Lottie. On the near side for Piper Metling for three. That's through! Piper Metling for three makes it 38-16, under 7 minutes to go. Mack has it now for the Red Hawks. Mack will give it across now to Parton. And Parton will go inside to Rubin. Rubin goes inside underneath the basket to Allen. She nearly lost it, gives it out to Mack. Now to Parton for three. That's good. Another three there for the Red Hawks, and we'll count at the half, but that's closing in on probably close to 10 here in the first half. Piper Metling now to Lind here on the near side. Lind goes inside to Jusak, and that's going to be a foul. Jusak gets fouled. They're going to get it on Parton, her first, team's sixth. Couple substitutions here for the Red Hawks. And Lottie will get set to inbound for the Dragons. They trail 41-16 with 6:17 to go. Lynn will get the inbound pass from Lottie. Lynn trying to spin around. She works it inside, gives it back out to Metling, now to Thiemann. Thiemann fakes, drives inside. That pass is tipped, and I think she wanted to go to Lottie, but Jusak winds up coming up with it. Now gets it to Metling, now to Lind. Lind on the near side, goes inside to Lottie, puts it up and in for two. Just great passing there by the Dragons that time. They're going to have to continue that as they go along. 41-18 now the deficit, and here it's Hill. That is Angel Hill who gives it off to Cupido. Cupido shot. It does fall for two. 43-18. Lottie brings it up the court on the far side. She wanted to go, I think, to Jusak. Instead, we'll give it off to Metling. Metling now to Lind here on the near side corner. Lind trying to drive inside. Spin move back the other way. Jusak. That pass was tipped, but Jusak brings it back in, and that pass is tipped again, stolen away by Cupido. And the shot up and good by Cupido. I apologize. That was not Cupido who got the steal. In fact, it was Mack. So Mack with the steal and then gives it off to Cupido for two. And then a foul underneath, and Lottie slow to get up. She is up, though. And a seventh team foul here on Minnehaha Academy, so it'll be a 1-1 as Cupido gets her first team foul, or her first foul, and the team's seventh. Substitutions here for the Red Hawks. (45-18), the Dragons trail with 5:08 to go here in the first half. Lottie's first shot is up, no good, and Lind will grab the rebound. If there's an assist for rebounds, Jusak would get one there. And now Metling will come to the bench for LSL. Summer Thiemann also out for, and Mallory Klepper comes in for Thiemann. Minnehaha with it. It's Sine Hill who takes it to the basket. Her shot is up and no good. Carly Jusak with the rebound. Quickly up the court here to Sophie Lottie. Lottie will give it off to Lind. Lind now back to Sell, but Sell can't bring it in cleanly, so unfortunately no three opportunity there for her. Now gives off to Lind. Now to, Klepper. Klepper inside to Jusak, who spins around, puts it up and in for two. Carly Jusak for two, 45-20. 4.5 to go. Mack directing traffic in the front. Oh, I thought that was through. A nice shot there from Mack, but that one was no good. Another NBA three that she made look easy. Now it's Sophie Lottie, though, with the rebound. She'll give it off to Jusak. Jusak on the far side. She'll go inside to Chloe Lind, and that's going to be a foul there on the Red Hawks. Chloe Lind was held trying to get that pass, and that's going to be the second foul on Sine Hill, team's eighth. So Lind at the line to shoot a 1-1 for the Dragons, 45-20. Lind's first one, rattles home. And that makes it 45-21 on the made shot there from Chloe Lind. And Lind will get set for a second shot. This one, not the friendly bounce, but Jusak does get the rebound, and a three here from LSL. That's no good. Rebounded again by Jusak. Now to Metling, to Lottie on the near side. Going inside to Jusak. That one's going to be poked out. Jusak keeps it alive to Lottie for three. That's no good off the front of the rim. And Lynn will come down with the rebound. She puts up a shot that's no good. And we got bodies falling all over the place, and the Red Hawks do grab the rebound. It's Amina Allen who gets it. And holy moly, Mack is just ridiculous with that speed. I mean, I don't know how she's able to keep her body up with her legs. She's just so quick. Addison Mack drops that one through. Another foul here on Pine City. That one goes against Jusak for their team third. And Addison Mack for another three-point play. That's through. She converts the three-point play to make it 48-21. Lottie with it up in the front court now. 3.5 minutes to go. Lottie trying to work around the defender. She got a lane. She got the edge, but just not enough of the edge. Now gives it off to Klepper. Klepper will give it to Lottie here on the near side corner edge, Now to Jusak inside off the front of the rim, and it falls through. Jusak gets it to fall, 48-23, but quickly up the court. Here come the Red Hawks. Ooh, could have been a foul there maybe on Lottie, but Lind will get the rebound. And Lottie trying to split the defenders. You're going to get a foul here on the Red Hawks, and Lottie will go to the line for a 1-and-1. It's Griefenhagen. We'll pick up her second. 1-and-1 now for Lottie. Not sure what we're waiting on, but here's the ball to Lottie. It's a 1-and-1. 48-23 is the Red Hawk lead. Lottie makes the first. Lottie made the first, and she'll get an opportunity for a second one. It's up and good. So Lottie makes them both. Make it 48-25, and Minnehaha going to take their time this time going up the court. And now they're up in the front court to Amina Allen. Now on the near side here for Parton. Parton now to Cupido. Cupido at the free throw line. She's going to put up a shot, and why not if it's open. LSL tries to get that rebound, but it goes out of bounds off of her. Checking in for the first time is Vivian Lottie for the Pine City Dragons. And the Red Hawks will look to inbound, and they do get it off here to Hill. Angel Hill puts it up. That's no good. Trying to grab the rebound. It's going to go off of Hill. So we'll go back to the Dragons with 2:49 to go here in the first half. Dragons trail 48-25. But after that lull there to begin this half, they've really gotten things going. Even though they only put up 25 points so far, they've really done a good job. This is a tough Minnehaha Academy team, and I'd say they're doing pretty well. Lind will get the pass from Sophie Lottie. Lottie standing at the top of the key. Lind will drift that way. Now Lind in some trouble. She'll give it off now to Thiemann on that far side. Thiemann dribbles to the top of the key, looking for someone to give it off to. Thiemann does a nice job to get around the defender. Now she'll have to give it off to someone. She does to Lottie. Lottie trying to circle the defenders. She's just going to drive inside, give it back out to Jusak. Jusak at the top of the key for three. That's good! Carly Jusak for three makes it 48-28. But here comes Mack and that Red Hawk offense. She's on the near side, and she'll give it off to that's Parton. Parton will give it now to Cupido. Cupido at top of the key gives it off to Hill. That's Angel Hill. Hill on the far side gives it back to Cupido. Cupido inside to Allen. Amina Allen gets around the defender. Jusak and puts it up and in for two. Under 2 minutes to go. It's 50-28. Lottie with it. Gives it off on the near side to Vivian Lottie. Lind has that one poked out, nearly stolen away, but it goes out of bounds last touched by the Red Hawks. So the Dragons will get set to inbound. Lottie will look. She'll go to Lind. Lind, top of the key, stops on her dribble, gives it off far side to Thiemann. Thiemann fakes a pass inside, now to Lottie at the top of the key. Lottie thought about three, gives it off to Vivian Lottie on the far side, trying to go inside to Jusak. Jusak had no chance at that one. Mack with another steal, fakes the shot, goes around the defender and puts it up and in for two. 52-28. And Jusak nearly had that one stolen away, but nice job to get around the defender. Now Lind inside, she could not get the shot to foul, and she'll be fouled, plus the and one. She had to go through two sets of hands that time. Amina Allen will get her first foul, and the team's 10th. And Lind got that shot to fall, and now she'll look at a possible three-point play. Vivian Lottie checks out, Piper Metling in for her. Chloe Lind at the line for a possible three-point play. Shot is up and rattles home. 52-31 with 1:04 to go. At the top of the key, it's Cupido. Cupido Tries to go inside to Mack. Oh my goodness, that's just ridiculous. Mack, I don't know how in the world she kept that alive, but she did. And then we get a travel call here on Minnehaha Academy. 52-31 as the Dragons will get it inbounded, and they'll take it up the court. It'll be interesting to see what they go with here in this offensive possession. Will they try and wait for the last shot of the half? Will they try and score and get a few more points before half? Or Jusak for three? Or will they let Jusak take a three? 52-34. Give credit to the Dragons. They have not given up here in this first half. They've closed what was a gigantic gap down to 18 points. Taking it to the basket. Almost a friendly roll there for Angel Hill. Almost. Sophie Lati up the court with it. Maybe got away with a carry there. She throws it at the basket. It goes off the backboard. No good. Rebounded here by Mack. Up the court here to Angel Hill, and she was fouled. Hill is fouled, and I believe they're going to get Jusak for that foul. Her second, team's fourth. So Hill at the line to shoot two for the Redhawks. The first one is through. Second one no good, so only one of two that time from Angel Hill, but the rebound here to Mack. Her shot is up and good from three. Should it be a surprise? Probably not. Up the court here to Summer Thiemann. Thiemann, I don't know if she knows how much time is left, but she's fouled anyway. She'll get to go to the line with 0.2 seconds to go. And she'll go to the line to shoot two. And Redhawks coaching staff doesn't like it, but that is the correct call there. She was fouled, and I believe that was the first they called on Addison Mack. Maybe? Not sure. So two here for Thiemann. The first one rattles out. I think they got Amina Allen, it looks like, for that foul. 0.2 seconds left. The Dragons will try and add this one here, otherwise we'll head to half. Second one is up and good from Thiemann. So she makes one of two. The inbound will send us to half. And the Dragons trail here at halftime to the Minnehaha Academy Redhawks by a score of 35-56. And again, if you joined us at the beginning of this game, you would think that this one would be out of hand. But seeing as how that deficit was so large to begin this game, the Dragons, got to give them credit. They have done a good job at closing that gap. Dragons trail 35-56 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Embrace Orthodontics helping you find a smile you'll embrace forever. They also have your customized smile journey. They want it to start with them. With a free consultation, the team at Embrace Orthodontics wants to make your journey as seamless and convenient as possible with custom braces or Invisalign. You can find out more at their website at embracemn.com. So the Dragons do trail here at halftime, 56-35, but erased an incredibly big gap to get it to where it is at now, and they will go to halftime trailing, but got to feel good about where they're at, seeing as how this half started. We'll take a commercial break. We'll hear a word from our fine sponsors, and then we'll come back. I'll recap that first half and give you my keys to the game to the second half for the Dragons and what they need to do to try and close this gap even further and maybe come out of here with a victory. You're listening to girls basketball here on 100.9 FM.
Hey, I'm Chad Greenway. When I was playing, I loved chasing down running backs. Well, you shouldn't have to chase your bank around when you're buying a home. Franzen Bank and Trust Mortgage Consultants will be with you stride for stride, like a linebacker on a running back, from pre-approval to closing and beyond. Let Franzen Bank guide you through the mortgage process. Learn more at franzenbank.com/getThere. Franzen Bank and Trust. Real people, real results. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Are you interested in a technical degree that can quickly help you land your dream career? Or maybe you've always dreamed of going to a four-year college, but you'd like to start close to home. Either way, Pine Technical and Community College has you covered. PTCC offers more than 50 degrees in hot fields like healthcare information technology, advanced manufacturing, and business. PTCC is now accepting applications. Financial aid may be available online at pine.edu. Starting out or starting over, find your future at Pine Technical and Community College. College.
A&W Restaurant Pine City is still making fresh root beer, that signature item since 1919. It's still made fresh and on-site with real cane sugar and a blend of secret ingredients. It doesn't get any better than this. Their world-renowned A&W root beer is a classic treat, and they can top it off with creamy vanilla soft serve to be known as the famous A&W root beer float. Now that's smooth, tasty, and refreshing. An American iconic A&W root beer float. It never tasted so good. A&W Restaurant Pine City. Come grab your root beer float today.
Your tomorrow is important to Pine Insurance Agency and Grinnell Mutual. That's why you can trust us to provide you with personalized service and a full range of insurance coverages you can count on. We'll be there when you need us so you can trust in tomorrow. For all your insurance needs, contact Pine Insurance Agency, your local Grinnell Mutual agent at pineagency.us today. Trust in Tomorrow is a registered trademark of Grinnell Mutual Reinsurance Company.
This high school sports season, Wellia Health wants to remind you that they want to help your athletes stay in the game. Sports medicine services are available at every Wellia Health campus. Whether it's the young athlete, the weekend warrior, or the accomplished athlete, injuries can happen. Get back in the game by calling the sports medicine experts at Wellia Health, 320-679-1313. Wellia Health. Live life well.
It's time to start pushing snow. Sorry, just the messenger. Thankfully, Minnesota Equipment in Ice Santee has affordable machines to do the heavy lifting. Any size property. Toro and Aaron's walk behind snow blowers. Oh, you got land, huh? How about John Deere lawn and garden tractors? Or a compact utility tractor? Minnesota Equipment has them in stock. Snow removal doesn't have to be backbreaking. Not if you get into Minnesota Equipment. Highway 65 in Ice Santee. Or visit minnesotaequipment.com.
Hey, I'm Chad Greenway. When I was playing, I loved chasing down running backs. Well, you shouldn't have to chase your bank around when you're buying a home. Franzen Bank and Trust Mortgage Consultants will be with you stride for stride, like a linebacker on a running back, from pre-approval to closing and beyond. Let Franzen Bank guide you through the mortgage process. Learn more at franzenbank.com/get there. Franzen Bank and Trust. Real people, real results. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Are you interested in a technical degree that can quickly help you land your dream career? Or maybe you've always dreamed of going to a four-year college, but you'd like to start close to home. Either way, Pine Technical and Community College has you covered. PTCC offers more than 50 degrees in hot fields like healthcare information technology, advanced manufacturing, and business. PTCC is now accepting applications. Financial aid may be available online at pine.edu. Starting out or starting over, find your future at Pine Technical and Community College.
At halftime, the Dragons trail 56-35 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Embrace Orthodontics, they will do all the insurance heavy lifting for you. And if you don't have insurance, you can ask about financing options because they'll find a plan to fit your budget. So the Dragons trail at half, looking at the Minnehaha Academy Redhawks. Addison Mack, she could sit the whole rest of the second half and still be their leading scorer, as she had 24 points in that first half, which has helped her team to a 56-35 lead here at halftime. 10 for Angel Hill, and then 7 for Amina Allen, 6 for Ava Cupido and Barrett Parton, and then 3 for Sine Hill. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 threes in the first half by the Minnehaha Academy Redhawks. They have just been on fire from 3. And the the Minnehaha Academy Redhawks, they had 8 steals in that first half and 11 team fouls. On the other side for your Pine City Dragons, leading the way for them was Carly Jusak with 12, 8 for both Chloe Lind and Sophie Lottie, 4 for Summer Thiemann, and 3 for Piper Metling. 8 rebounds for Jusak, 5 for Lind. They had 14 fouls and a steal here in the first half. So the Dragons, they were down 24-0 to open this first half. It was a tough opening to this game for the Pine City Dragons. Just really had no answer, but that wasn't really the case either. I mean, they've had no answer in the first half yet, but one of the biggest things is the turnovers. The turnovers really is what kind of held them back in that first half from getting any points on the board to start the game. They were down 24-0, and a big reason why were the turnovers. The turnovers, they couldn't find that finesse in the passing to begin that first half, and then when they did, the give credit to the Red Hawks. They found the steals and created turnovers and then quickly transitioned from defense to offense to get up the court and scored yet again. So it was just really the turnovers that really plagued the Dragons there in that first half, and that's kind of what held them off the board in those first 5-7 minutes. Seven might be an exaggeration, but it kept them off the board early on there in this first half. And then give credit, though, to the Dragons. Those last 10-plus minutes, they scored 35 points on a very good Minnehaha team. So you got to give them credit for being able to come back from 24 down to score 35 points and a half against this Red Hawk team and be able to be at the position they're at. You just couldn't help but think that if Pine City were to able to have even half of the turnovers that they did in the first half, this would be a lot closer for the Dragons. We'd be talking about probably only an 11-point deficit at halftime instead of the 21-point deficit that we have. It really could have been that big of a swing there for Pine City, but Minnehaha is just so good at shooting. They're so extremely accurate. They're so, they open up their opportunities very well, and they're quick. There is no hesitation. When they take a shot, they take a shot. It is quick. There's no hesitation. It is smooth, and that is one thing that I've seen from Minnehaha. As quick as their shots are, or as fast as they can get up the court and take those shots, it is a smooth. There's no hesitation in those shots that they are taking. It is just one smooth movement when they decide to go for it, and that's what helped them to a 56-35 first-half lead. But for the Dragons here, I think one of the biggest things is you're going to have to work that ball inside to Lottie, Jusak, and Lind. We've seen it. They tried it there at the beginning of the first half. It didn't work the way they would want to. That's kind of what created those turnovers, but if they can get that ball inside to their big threes, I think that will really help the Dragons get more offense going here in this second half and kind of help them to grab even more points here. And again, they did a good job of drawing some fouls here on the Red Hawks in that first half. 11 team fouls for the Red Hawks there in that first half. 2 for Amina Allen, Griefenhagen, Anaya Rubin, and Sine Hill all had 2 fouls there in that first half for the Red Hawks. So I wouldn't say they're in any foul trouble necessarily, but you do have 4 players with 2 fouls, so that could come into play here in the second half, but they do such a good job of rotating players in and out, and I'm sure they'll continue to do that here in the second half. But if you're the Dragons, get that ball inside to your big 3 and force them to foul you again, because they didn't really have a big answer for Lottie, Jusak, and Lind inside, and that's where a lot of the fouls came. That's where a lot of those 11-team fouls came in the first half for the Red Hawks. So if I'm Pine City, drive that ball inside to your big 3 and Lottie, Jusak, and Lind. Could try to make that happen a lot more in the second half. Even though it's going to be tough inside. The Red Hawks did a good job, but work that ball inside to those 3, and then open it up outside for, Thiemann, LSL, Piper Metling, Vivian Lottie, Mallory Klepper. Open it up outside for them. So I would, again, obviously, Lottie, Lind, and Jusak can get it done from 3, but I think right now you want your big 3 inside, get them as many points underneath the basket as you can, and try and draw some fouls, and then let the other players try and work from 3. And then, again, another big thing is going to be rebounds. This Dragon team, they did an okay job rebounding the ball, but they're going to have to do that much better here in the second half. Again, there was one possession where they had 4 chances at a shot, and they missed. So here in the second half, they're going to have to capitalize on those opportunities, because not going to get too many more like that in this second half with the Red Hawks having a 21-point lead. Lottie, she'll work with it. Now she'll give it off to LSL. LSL guarded well here on the near side corner. Now to Lottie, now to Thiemann, now to Jusak, now to Sell again in the near side corner. Sell will work it out of the near side corner. She'll go inside to Lind, and Lind probably could have been fouled, but she'll give it off to Thiemann. Now to Lottie. Lottie going to drive inside. She lost her ball, and it will be taken away here by Sine Hill. Sine Hill, she'll give it off to Cupido. Cupido up the court quickly, trying to drive in on Jusak, and no good on that one. LSL will get the rebound for the Dragons. Now up to Sophie Lottie. Lottie will slow things down here on the near side. A screen there from Jusak. She wanted to go inside to Jusak. She will go inside to Jusak, and that opens things up for Jusak for 2. And there's the inside. They're trying to work it already. You can see they're trying to work those big 3 into that inside underneath the basket, but you got to work. Oh, my goodness gracious. You got to worry about Addison Mack. She's got the speed of about 30 cheetahs. I mean, her speed is just insane. She gets one step, and that's it. There is no chance. There is no coming back. That's just it. So Summer Thiemann will get the pass here from Jusak. Now she looks for Lind on that far side. Lind will go inside to Lottie. Lottie is fouled, and she'll get to go to the line for 2. And Lottie may have leaned into that foul a little bit to create more fouls here on the Redhawks in this second half. So Lottie will get to go to the line to shoot 2. That's going to be on Cupido, her second, team's first of the second half. And again, Lottie may have leaned into it a little bit, but that's, again, Pine City, it's a good job by her to just try and draw the foul. The first one up, no good from Lottie. She's frustrated with herself on that one. Lottie 8 points in that first half, shaking her head. She's pretty upset with herself for not making that first one, and then misses here on the second. And Lottie is probably one of the tougher athletes on herself. She expects the best, and that shot no good there from Addison Mack. It was rebounded again by LSL, and no foul call that time. Jusak has it. She'll give it off to Lind. Lind at the top of the key. She'll drift to the near side. Now she looks for Thiemann. Now gives it to Jusak. Jusak, they've got too many bunched up here in the near side, but they work it out now to Jusak. Now to Lind in the near side corner. Now to Thiemann. Now to Sell. Sell back to Lind. Lind will take it at the top of the key, and she'll drive inside. Gives it back to Thiemann. Now to Jusak on the far side. Jusak all the way across the court here to Lottie for 3. That's good! Sophie Lottie makes up for the free throws that she missed, and you got to imagine she feels great about making that. But Cupido left wide open for 3. It falls right into the breadbasket of Chloe Lind for the rebound, 58-40. Lind here on the near side. She'll give it inside to Jusak, and it's up and in for 2. And a great start to the second half for the Dragons. They're still down by plenty, but they're working those bigs inside, and it has been great start as they now trail 58-42. Well, even though they still trail by plenty, this is the kind of offense that they needed to get going, and they are getting going. And just the confidence that it creates for this team. When you get something like that going on offense, then it reciprocates to the defense. They start to gain confidence, and then it goes back and forth from the defense back to the offense. Then they continue to gain confidence. So, again, gaining confidence is another big thing here for the Dragons in this second half that you could see when they were down, 24-0 or whatever it was to start this game. The confidence level it wasn't there. They were so down on themselves. They felt so bad about the position that they were in, but they worked back. They worked back hard, and they did their jobs, and they finally were able to erase that 0 on the board and get back into this one, and now they only trail by 16 points. Now I should say only very lightly, because that is still plenty of points to be down, but to be down now only 16 points, seeing as how they started not in a great position. I have to go back and look. It was a 21-0 deficit here to begin the game for them. A 3, that is good. I mean, no surprise there from Addison Mack. 61-42, and Lottie with it. Now at the top of the key, she'll go inside to Lynn, and that one is poked away, stolen away officially by Mack, but give Hill credit on that one. And that shot is up and good as it falls through from Barrett Parton. So the Redhawks getting their offense back on track as we dip under now 15 minutes to go here in the second half on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Embrace Orthodontics, 3 locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge. And a foul call here on the Redhawks, their head coach. Matt Pryor not too pleased with that one. I thought that one was going to be called a jump ball, but it was not. And I kind of agree with their head coach Pryor. I thought that should have been called a tie-up and a jump ball, but it was not. So Dragons will get to inbound. They catch a break there as the inbound goes to Jusak, and then Lynn tries to pass it off to Thiemann, but it was knocked out by Mack. Mack she has quite literally covered the entire square footage of this basketball court here tonight. Whether it's shooting, whether it's defense, she has just been everywhere, and I can't say that enough. The ball will work behind the bleachers, and the referee's going to take his time getting back to the field of play. Players aren't going anywhere, so why not? Lottie will inbound, try to get it inbounded here to Lind. It bounces around. Lottie loses it. It'll roll to Thiemann. Now to Sell for 3. That's off the back of the rim. No good. Parton with the rebound for the Redhawks. She'll take it up the court. She'll give it off now to Rubin. Rubin will take it inside, puts it up and in for 2. Her first points of the game there for Anaya Rubin. Jusak will take it back the other way and trying to drive inside. She'll give it to Lind. Lind wanted to go inside to Jusak, but she was double teamed, and now going to be stolen away by Hill. Angel Hill with the steal. And she'll take it all the way, and that's going to be a charge there on Hill. And, oh, Matt Pryor not happy with that, the Red Hawks head coach. And I think that's the correct call, though. As now Angel Hill will have, her third. Interesting. That must be her second here in the second half. And now we're going to get the referees to come together and talk here. And they might be telling Pryor that a warning. I'm not going to speculate as to what they're telling him, but he's been pretty adamant on some of these calls that he doesn't agree with, and you can disagree. That there's no saying that you can't disagree with the referee, but it just depends on what he's saying and how animated he gets, and that might be what they're telling me. They might be telling me, "Hey, I have to give you a warning. You know, you're okay to disagree, but you got to be careful." But I don't know what they said, so I'm not going to speculate. But that's just what I'm guessing. That ball is going to be knocked out of bounds by the Red Hawks' Mac. And Sine Hill will check into the game for Angel Hill. Sisters, I'm assuming, or at least family. Lottie will get set to inbound here. Trying to go to Jusak. Jusak pulls it down one-handed, gives it off the near side corner for 3 from Lottie. That's no good, and going to get Jusak for a foul. Ooh. Gotta be careful there. Red Hawks got a little in the face of Jusak, and there's nothing wrong with the competition, but I do know referees that will give a tech for getting in the face and clapping like that. You don't want to see a technical foul happen in a game like this. Gotta be careful. Yeah, not that they will give a tech, but I have seen referees who will give a technical foul for that. And again, you don't want to see that. You don't want to see anybody get a technical foul. You want to see everyone remain in the game. That shot is no good by Amina Allen, and it was rebounded there by Mack, and now rebounded here by Jusak, and Lottie takes it. She loses it, and it will stay with the Dragons. Lottie looks to inbound. She'll get it into Jusak. Jusak goes all the way across the court to Summer Thiemann. Thiemann drives inside, gives it off to Lind. Nice feed, and Lind, should have been a foul there, but they call her for a travel instead. Oh, my. Well, goes both ways. Like Joe Lattimore would say, it will all even out in the entirety of the game. Everything will even out. Calls, everything. So Ava Cupido will take it up the court now for the Red Hawks with 13 minutes to go. Her team leads 65-42. That pass almost got away from her, but Parton brings it in. And now this pass for Cupido is away, but she gets it, brings it in, puts it up, and in for 2. 67-42. Dragons, after that Red Hawk timeout, have just gone kind of stale. We'll have to find something. It's been very good. Oh, LSL lost it out of bounds, and we'll go back to the Red Hawks. Sell just couldn't bring it in cleanly, and she'll take a breather, and Piper Metling will come in for LSL on the bench, and she can get a breather. And we got a timeout called here by the Pine City Dragons, and while they take a timeout, we'll take a timeout as well. You're listening to Girls Basketball.
A&W Restaurant Pine City is still making fresh root beer, that signature item since 1919. It's still made fresh and on site with real cane sugar and a blend of secret ingredients. It doesn't get any better than this. Their world-renowned A&W root beer is a classic treat, and they can top it off with creamy vanilla soft serve to be known as the famous A&W root beer float. Now that's smooth, tasty, and refreshing. An American iconic A&W root beer float. It never tasted so good. A&W Restaurant Pine City. Come grab your root beer float today.
Back here on WCMP 100.9 FM. Dragons trail 67-42 to the Red Hawks of Minnehaha Academy. Over just across the street, over at the Pine City Civic Center, the Dragons lead over Mound West Tonka right now in that boys hockey game, 2-1 after 2 periods. Thanks so much to Joe Lattimore, who's on the call in that one, and I had to take a bite of some Pizza Pub pizza that they so kindly gave to me. I'm hungry, and being a fat man, I will not say no to pizza, especially Pizza Pub. We've got great pizza places here in Pine City, so appreciate them for bringing that to me. Doesn't matter game-wise, but it does to me. 67-42, the Dragons trail here on their home court. It's Cupido with it. She'll give it off now to Parton. Parton tries to drive inside, and she'll give it back out here to Griefenhagen. Now to Cupido. I apologize if it's Hagen or Hagen. I am not sure, so I apologize. Cupido gives it off to Parton. Parton will now give it off to Griefenhagen, and now to Cupido again. Cupido, a shot. Tough shot is no good, and Summer Thiemann grabs the rebound. She'll give it off to Jusak on the far side. Jusak will let the defense go by. Now she'll give it off to Metling. Metling goes inside to Jusak, and maybe should have been a foul call there, but it is not called, and it's going to be stolen away by Cupido. Cupido goes up and gives it off to Amina Allen for 2. 69-42. And it's Lottie who will bring it up the court on the near side with just under 12 to go. Lottie trying to get around the defender. She does, puts up a little floater, just not enough on it. And the rebound there by Parton. Quickly up the court here to Hill. That's Sine Hill, who will give it off to Cupido. Cupido will reset things at the top of the key, and she'll give it off here to Cupido. Parton, that's going to go off of Cupido. Out of bounds. Nice defense there by Summer Thiemann to knock that one out, and then out of bounds. Last touch by the Red Hawks. So the Dragons will get set to inbound as they create a turnover, and that's something that the Red Hawks didn't have a lot of in that first half, was turnovers, and Dragons would be huge if they could create more. Jusak pass inside to Lottie. Lottie's going to take the shot from the free throw line. It's no good, and rebounded there by Angel Hill. That was a tough shot there for Lottie. She just didn't get enough on it, and who else? It's Addison Mack who puts up another 2. Dragons' offense has gone a little bit cold. They'll try and get something started as Lottie gives it off to, that's Thiemann. Thiemann on the far side. She'll roll it to Metling. Metling in some trouble now, guarded by Cupido. She gives it off on the near side here to Thiemann. Thiemann trying to get around the defender. Wants to give it off to Lynn. She does. Lynn, nice spin move. Nice drive inside. That shot is up, no good. Oh, what a move by Lynn, but it's no good. Parton with the rebound quickly up the, and Mack left open for 3. Oh, she missed one. That's going to go up and over, hit the top of the backboard. That is out of bounds, and the Dragons will get it back. Wow, a rare miss there by Mack. I thought that was going to be a 3. But Mack, sometimes you get too much time to think on a shot, and it can lead to overthinking. Vivian Lottie will inbound to Jusak now, and 10.5 minutes to go in half number 2. Jusak brings it near side, trying to go inside. She stops just outside the paint, gives it back to Thiemann. Thiemann, she'll spin around at the perimeter. Gives it to Metling. Metling now to Vivian Lottie on the far side. Lottie looking for anywhere to go to it. Gets it inside to Jusak, who puts it up and in for 2. Finally getting back on the board are the Dragons, and it's 71-44. And now Angel Hill gives it off to Mack, and Mack is going to be fouled, and that might be the best bet right now for the Dragons, is just to foul Mack. And are they going to call it a shooting foul? I don't think so. No, on the court, and that's going to be the first on Summer Thiemann, the second here of the second half. Mack will inbound to Rubin. Rubin trying to drive inside, and that ball is going to go out of bounds. Last touch by Rubin. Rubin taps her chest, says, my bad, my bad. That's on me. So 10 minutes to go, and Thiemann will get the inbound from Jusak and now give it back to Jusak as she'll take it up the court. Jusak looks for a screen from Lottie. Now going to drive to the near side. Picks up her dribble, gives it across the court to Thiemann. Thiemann had to go off of maybe her fingertip, and she'll get it now to Vivian Lottie. Vivian Lottie will give it to Piper Metling. Metling now to Jusak. Jusak is going to be fouled, and 4th team foul on the Red Hawks. This one's going to go against Ania Rubin. Anaya. rather. Her third. Team's fourth. Inbound here to Jusak, going into Lynn, but it just off her fingertips and stolen away by Cupido. Up the court goes Cupido. Goes inside to Mack. Stolen away by Thiemann. Nice job there by Thiemann. Just recognizing where the Redhawks wanted to go with it. And now Jusak for three. Good! Jusak from three drains it. It's 71-47. 9:10 to go. Cupido backs it out to Rubin for three. Naya Rubin for three. Gets it to fall. And it's 74-47. A timeout called here by the Redhawks. And we'll take a timeout as well. You're listening to girls basketball on WCM.
Your tomorrow is important to Pine Insurance Agency and Grinnell Mutual. That's why you can trust us to provide you with personalized service and a full range of insurance coverages you can count on. We'll be there when you need us so you can trust in tomorrow. For all your insurance needs, contact Pine Insurance Agency, your local Grinnell Mutual agent at pineagency.us today. Trust in Tomorrow is a registered trademark of Grinnell Mutual Reinsurance Company.
Back here on 100.9 FM, WCMP, Dragons trail 74-47. 9:07 to go. Again, after being down 21-0 in the first half, came back and made it a 56-35 halftime. So a good kind of resurgence there in that first half, and they got off to a hot start here in the second half, but went cold, and now getting a couple points back. Since going cold, we reached the halfway point of the second half as Piper Metling gets the pass from Lottie, and she'll give it right back to Lottie. Lottie on the near side, going to try and drive inside. Gives it off to Thiemann, now to Metling. Metling wants to go to Lottie, but that pass is stolen away by Mack, and Mack, a streak of lightning going through, and she'll give it off to Cupido. Now out to Angel Hill for three, and that is just off the mark. Jusak going to bring in the rebound one-handed. That's double digits for her, and now a double-double. So Filati takes it to the basket. It's no good. Could not get the roll, and Rubin will get the rebound. She'll give it off to Mack. Step back three. Oh, wow, no good. You might have heard me call the first syllable a G. Trying to call it good, but just missed. And now a foul here on Sine Hill of the Red Hawks. It'll be her third, team's fifth. Or sixth, maybe? Griefenhagen will check in for the Red Hawks. LSL, Mallory Klepper in for Thiemann and Metling. 74-47, Dragons trail. Lottie will inbound. She's got to go quick. She does get it into Mallory Klepper just in time before that 5-second clock went off. Jusak will give it inside to Lottie. Lottie will go deep inside to Lynn, who puts it up and in for two. Off the backboard, she's now at 10 points, 6 rebounds. For Jusak, it's 21 points and 10 rebounds. Angel Hill tries to drive inside, nearly lost the ball. She does lose it. So she lost it. It was poked out by Lynn, and then she got it back, but she dribbled it on the baseline. So the ball will go back to the Dragons, 74-49. Under 8 minutes to go here in the second half. Jusak will give it to Lottie at the top of the key. Lottie found a way to drive inside, and just inside the perimeter puts up a shot that is no good. Griefenhagen with the rebound. Or Hagen, I apologize again. Mack brings it up the court, gives it off here to Allen on the far side corner for three. It's no good. Lind with the rebound. Lind with her 7th rebound. Lind spin move inside, gives it off to Mallory Klepper for three. That's going to go long. Mack there for the rebound for Red Hawks. And now Angel Hill goes inside and picks up a foul, and she'll go to the line to shoot two. I think they called that one on Lottie. If so, it's her first. It is. Her first, team's third, and Angel Hill at the line to shoot two for the Red Hawks. First one's up and no good. (74-49). Angel Hill is at the line for one more shot. That one falls through. So Angel Hill 1 for 2. And Sophie Lottie will take it up the court. Dragons trail 75-49. Lottie has that one stolen away by Angel Hill. And her shot is blocked by Jusak. It goes out of bounds. So we'll stay with the Redhawks. But a block there from Jusak. And Jusak was backpedaling on that block. So checking in on that Param game is Lottie is going to get a foul call on her. A little too aggressive on that one. Bram trails Mountain Iron Buell over in Bram, 72-31 in the second half. Meanwhile, in our game, it's Minnehaha Academy, 75-49. A 3 from Angel Hill is no good. Lynn with the rebound, make it 8 now for her on the game. Lynn quickly up the court to Lottie. Lottie pauses, pulls down her dribble, gives it inside to Jusak. Jusak nearly lost it, gives it off to Lottie for 3 on the far side corner. It rings home. Sophie Lottie for 3. 75-52. Mack takes it inside, and that one is going to be no good. And who will this be off of? I think it's off of a Dragon. I think so. So it will stay with the Redhawks, as Mack will look to inbound for Minnehaha. She'll get it inbounded to Cupido. Cupido, Mack, 3. And luckily for the Dragons, she's been off tonight. That rebound goes to Lind, now with 9. Lynn up the court to Lottie. Lottie will pull it up from the free throw line. No good. Oh, Lynn shooting in, trying to grab the rebound. Just misses, and Mack will grab the rebound now for Minnehaha. On the far side for 3 is Ruben. That's no good, and Jusak will bring in the rebound this time. Up to Lottie, now to Lind. Lind going to look to drive inside, and that should be a charge. It will be. Yeah, you can't lower the shoulder like that. That's a little too much by Lind. We'll go back to the Redhawks, 75-52, Dragons trail with 5:57 to go. It's been a tough one here for Pine City, but they will definitely take a lot away from this game and be able to learn. And again, I just can't help but think if they would have had, half the turnovers they did in that first half, this would be a much different story. Lottie steps in front of that one, and can't keep it alive. Lottie almost with a steal. She saw that one coming. She read it like a book, but just couldn't keep it from spinning out of bounds. So Redhawks will inbound in the backcourt and give it up to Cupido in the front court. Cupido got a Dragon to jump, now outside to Mack. Don't know if the toe was on the line or not. They call it a 3, no good. Allen with the rebound. That's no good, and going to get a foul call here on Minnehaha, I believe. If so, it'll be their team's 6th. It is. It's going to go on number 15, Anaya Rubin, her 4th. Get a substitution real quick as Sine Hill will check in for Rubin. Jusak will inbound it here to Lottie, and Lottie brings it up the court. Works on the near side corner, trying to get around a couple of defenders. She'll go inside to Lind. Lind nearly had that stolen away, but she does a good job in getting a foul call on the Redhawks. Looks like they'll get it on 14, Sine Hill, who just checked in the game. That's going to be her 4th now. 7th team foul. And Lind is at the line to shoot 2. I mean, you could hear a pin drop right now as Lind puts it up and in for 2. Wow, the crowd went silent. Mallory Klepper out. In for her is Summer Thiemann. Sine Hill out and Cupido in. 75-53. Lind will get set for a second one here. Lind makes that one fall as well. She now has 12 points and 9 rebounds on the evening. 75-54, and it's Parton with it and trying to give it off here to Griefenhagen, and that ball was tipped, but it does roll inside to Amina Allen for 2. She now has 11 points on the evening. 77-54. Lottie gets past one defender, and she'll put up a shot towards the basket. It's no good. Lynn just mistimed her jump, and it's Amina Allen with the rebound. If Lynn times that one up just a half second later, she grabs the rebound and probably puts it back in for 2. Mack will give it off on the far side to Allen. Now to Cupido, back to Allen. Allen will pull up from the free throw line. No good. And Mack is going to grab the rebound. Thiemann was right there, just couldn't hold on to it. Mack with the rebound. Oh, my goodness, can't leave her that wide open for three. She drains it. Looks like we're getting a timeout called here by Minnehaha, and we'll take a commercial break as well. You're
This
listening to
high
Girls
school
Basketball on
sports
WCMP.
season, Wellia Health wants to remind you that they want to help your athletes stay in the game. Sports medicine services are available at every Wellia Health campus. Whether it's the young athlete, the weekend warrior, or the accomplished athlete, injuries can happen. Get back in the game by calling the sports medicine experts at Wellia Health, 320-679-1313. Wellia Health. Live life well.
$80-54 is the lead for the Redhawks, but Dragons continue to fight, and that's all you can ask for after a tough first half start. The Redhawks use their third timeout. They'll be left with two also left for the Dragons. Jusak will start with it. A little bit of a three-quarter court press here from the Redhawks, and that ball is tipped and knocked out of bounds by the Redhawks. Lati will inbound it right back to Jusak. Jusak down the key, drifts to the far side. She stops, in some trouble. She's got no one to give it off to. Wanted to give it off to Lati, and I think they're going to get Parton for a foul. That's a tough one because they tied their legs up, but unfortunately, Cupido going to be called for the foul. Bram falls to Mountain Iron Buell, 75-35. That's a tough game. Oh, no, they're going to get it on. Oh. Going to get it on Lati instead. I don't know. Either way, Redhawks have it back. It's interesting that they got it on Lati because Lati had the leverage there, and Cupido was behind, so interesting that they got her for it. And Jusak has to fight for that rebound, but she brings it down after the missed three from Mack, a rare miss. Lati brings it up the court. She sits top of the key. Now we'll give it off to LSL. LSL wants to drive to the near side corner. Oh, and probably should have been a foul there. Oh! Thiemann was definitely fouled that time by Mack, and they missed that one. I respectfully am going to disagree with that. They completely missed that foul that time on Mack. I mean, Mack bowled Thiemann over from behind. That's a foul 10 out of 10 times. But either way, back to action, and now we're going to get Thiemann for a foul on Mack. And Ted Haas wants an explanation on why it wasn't a foul on the Redhawks. And I think Haas has, every right to be upset with that one. That was a missed call. But either way, we're moving on. We're now at the free throw line for Mack, and she'll shoot two. Oh, no, it's a 1-and-1. I apologize. So 1-and-1 for Mack, and she makes the first. Make it 81-54. Mack has had a game for herself here tonight. She makes two more. 82-54, 3:30 to go here in this second half. Lati will bring it up the court now for the Dragons. And she works on the near side. Putting up a three, that's no good. Summer Thiemann brings down the rebound to Lynn for two. 82-56, 3:15 to go. On that far side, it's Mack who gets a screen. She'll go inside, diving to knock that pass away is Summer Thiemann. And Thiemann laying it all out there. Mack will check out probably for the remainder of this game, I'm guessing. In for her is Amina Allen. Mack. I can't even do that math right now, but she had a ton. About 30, 35, 34 points, something like that. Inbound here goes to Angel Hill, and she'll put up a shot. It's in for two. 84-56. Jusak to Sell on the far side. Sell wanted to go to to Lati. Now Lati will get it from Sell. Lati will go to Lynn. Lynn now to Thiemann. Thiemann thought about the long two. Instead, she pull it down, give it off to Jusak. Jusak will look to drive inside, gives it out to LSL on the far side. That one's blocked by Angel Hill. And it looks like we'll get a majority of the backups here for the Red Hawks in. In fact, some of their, I'm assuming, JV players as well. And Kaylee Johnson, along with, oh boy, looks like Olivia Bergeson, as well as Marie Blomgren. A 3 from Thiemann, just off the mark. And it is, I believe, Olivia Bergeson with the rebound. Not sure on all of these, but that shot is blocked by Lottie, but brought back down by Blomgren. On the far side, number 2, that's Olivia Bergeson with it. Three from Griefenhagen. Stepping on the line that time was a Red Hawk, but they keep it alive. And then a timeout called here by the Red Hawks. Give me a chance to kind of catch up with who's out there. Cameron Thoreau also out there for the Red Hawks, as well as number 34, Kaylee Johnson, as I mentioned. The Dragons trail the Red Hawks 84-56. A timeout called there by the Red Hawks, and looks like Dragons are ready to go already. Head coach Matt Pryor going to give last strategic details to his team before getting them back out onto the court. And Dragons, they fought hard tonight, and if there's something they're going to take out of this, it's the fact that they continued to fight through the end of this one, and they'll get some of their backups in. As Paige Gray will check in. This inbound is stolen away by Summer Thiemann. She'll bring it up the court. She'll stop and let the offense catch up. She'll give it off to Paige Gray. Now gives it off to Klepper. Klepper to Metling. Metling drives near side. Gives it back to Lottie. Vivian Lottie, that is. Vivian Lottie pulls it down back to Metling. Under 2 to go. Actually, we're now at 1.5 minutes to go here in the game. As Klepper on the far side gives it back to Lottie. Lottie goes back inside to Klepper. Klepper shot up, blocked, but they're going to get a foul. And Klepper will go to the line to shoot 2. It's going to go on Griefenhagen. Mallory Klepper at the line to shoot 2. First one is up and no good. 1:25 to go. Dragons trail 84-56. And the second one rolls home for Klepper. So 1 of 2 there for Mallory Klepper. Red Hawks bring it back up the court. 84-57 they lead. I'm sure they'll try and take a lot off the clock here with this possession, as they are plenty in the lead. They don't need to score more points, but I'm sure these backups and these JV... late whistle. Metling had taken the ball away, and then a whistle late. They call a jump ball, and the possession arrow favors the Red Hawks. Well, the inbound will go to the Red Hawks. Griefenhagen has it, top of the key, gives it off on the far side for Blomgren, who is no good. Sophie Lottie, or excuse me, that's Summer Thiemann with the rebound, and a 3 there from Metling is no good. And looks like we're going to get Thiemann. No, maybe so. A foul there on Cameron Thoreau, her first team's 9th. It'll be a 1-and-1 here for Summer Thiemann. 50 seconds to go. First one is no good. Rebound grabbed there by Kaylee Johnson for the Red Hawks. Hagen gives it off to Thoreau. Thoreau back to Johnson. Johnson spins around top of the key, looking for somewhere to drive in. She picks up her dribble, gives it off to Bergeson. Bergeson spins around and gives it off now to Blomgren. Blomgren to Griffenhagen. She tries to spin inside, and she definitely hooked the defender there, but the rebound off of the hand of Blomgren, and it will go back to the Dragons. 21 seconds to go, and I'm assuming the Dragons will just try and get a few more points here on the board, and that will be it. Klepper gives it off to Gray. Back to Klepper, now to Metling. Metling will give it off to Lottie. Lottie trying to drive inside, and her pass was poked and taken back by Klepper. Now, goodness gracious, Thiemann. That ball's going to be knocked out of bounds, but that will be it. So the final here in this one, the Dragons fall to the Minnehaha Academy Redhawks, 84-57. We will take a commercial break. Couldn't even grab a picture there. They turned off the scoreboard so quickly. So we're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, we'll recap this game, and we'll also hear a word from our A&W player of the game, as well as Coach Ted Haas. You're listening to Girls Basketball on WCM.
It's time to start pushing snow. Sorry, just the messenger. Thankfully, Minnesota Equipment in Isanti has affordable machines to do the heavy lifting. Any size property. Toro and Aaron's walk behind snow blowers. Oh, you got land, huh? How about John Deere lawn and garden tractors? Or a compact utility tractor? Minnesota Equipment has them in stock. Snow removal doesn't have to be backbreaking. Not if you get into Minnesota Equipment. Highway 65 in Isanti. Or visit minnesotaequipment.com.
Hey, I'm Chad Greenway. When I was playing, I loved chasing down running backs. But you shouldn't have to chase your bank around when you're buying a home. Franzen Bank and Trust Mortgage Consultants will be with you stride for stride, like a linebacker on a running back, from pre-approval to closing and beyond. Let Franzen Bank guide you through the mortgage process. Learn more at franzenbank.com/getThere. Franzen Bank and Trust. Real people, real results. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Are you interested in a technical degree that can quickly help you land your dream career? Or maybe you've always dreamed of going to a four-year college, but you'd like to start close to home. Either way, Pine Technical and Community College has you covered. PTCC offers more than 50 degrees in hot fields like healthcare information technology, advanced manufacturing, and business. PTCC is now accepting applications. Financial aid may be available. Online at pine.edu. Starting out or starting over, find your future at Pine Technical and Community College.
A&W Restaurant Pine City is still making fresh root beer, that signature item since 1919. It's still made fresh and on-site with real cane sugar and a blend of secret ingredients. It doesn't get any better than this. Their world-renowned A&W root beer is a classic treat, and they can top it off with creamy vanilla soft serve to be known as the famous A&W root beer float. Now that's smooth, tasty, and refreshing. An American iconic A&W root beer float. It never tasted so good. A&W Restaurant Pine City. Come grab your root beer float today.
Your tomorrow is important to Pine Insurance Agency and Grinnell Mutual. That's why you can trust us to provide you with personalized service and a full range of insurance coverages you can count on. We'll be there when you need us so you can trust in tomorrow. For all your insurance needs, contact Pine Insurance Agency, your local Grinnell Mutual agent at pineagency.us today. Trust in Tomorrow is a registered trademark of Grinnell Mutual Reinsurance Company.
This high school sports season, Wellia Health wants to remind you that they want to help your athletes stay in the game. Sports medicine services are available at every Wellia Health campus. Whether it's the young athlete, the weekend warrior, or the accomplished athlete, injuries can happen. Get back in the game by calling the sports medicine experts at Wellia Health, 320-679-1313. Wellia Health. Live life well.
It's time to start pushing snow. Sorry, just the messenger. Thankfully, Minnesota Equipment in Isanti has affordable machines to do the heavy lifting. Any size property. Toro and Aaron's walk behind snow blowers. Oh, you got land, huh? How about John Deere lawn and garden tractors? Or a compact utility tractor? Minnesota Equipment has them in stock. Snow removal doesn't have to be backbreaking. Not if you get into Minnesota Equipment. Highway 65 in Isanti. Or visit minnesotaequipment.com.
Hey, I'm Chad Greenway. When I was playing, I loved chasing down running backs. But you shouldn't have to chase your bank around when you're buying a home. Franzen Bank and Trust Mortgage Consultants will be with you stride for stride, like a linebacker on a running back, from pre-approval to closing and beyond. Let Franzen Bank guide you through the mortgage process. Learn more at franzenbank.com/get there. Franzen Bank and Trust. Real people, real results. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
100.9 FM WCMP, the Pine City Dragons fall to the Minnehaha Academy Redhawks 84-57. And leading the way for the Minnehaha Academy Redhawks was, no surprise, Addison Mack with 36 points on the evening, 13 for Angel Hill, 8 for both Parton and Cupido, and then 11 for Amina Allen, 5 for Ruben, and 3 for Sine Hill. On the other side for the Pine City Dragons, as we will now be joined by our A&W Player of the Game. There you go, that is for you. And then we'll get you a headset here. And joining us now is our A&W Player of the Game, Carly Jusak. Carly, first of all, congratulations on being our A&W Player of the Game.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
This was a tough one here for you guys. A very good team in Minnehaha Academy. What do you take away from this game going forward?
Yeah, definitely playing teams like that, it definitely makes us tougher. It makes us hungrier to go out there and just do the best we can every time we go out there. And, it's always fun playing teams like that, They're really good, so I hope we can continue to get better and better.
Absolutely, and you guys have played a lot of tough competition this year. In fact, I think 3 of your losses have come against top 5 teams.
Yeah.
But how do you feel that you guys have grown as a team up to this point from those matches?
I feel like from those matches, the biggest takeaway we've gotten is just experience. Playing those teams, we get comfortable in tough situations, and we just know what to do in those experiences and just learn from them.
Absolutely. And you guys, it was a tough time getting on the board there in the first half, but what was the message to you to just try and keep pushing through, and because the shots finally started to fall?
Yeah, what Coach told us is just to keep passing around, keep getting good looks, and just go after the rebounds, and eventually they'll start falling. Well,
so congratulations on being our A&W Player of the Game, and good luck going forward.
Thank you.
Absolutely. That again was Carly Jusak, our A&W Player of the Game. She, on the evening, had 21 points, 12 rebounds, a block, and, again, a great night for her. And, again, the Dragons, they fall in this one. But, again, they kept fighting to the end, and I think that's what you've got to look at if you're a Dragon, is just keep fighting to the end if you're the Dragons. And they did here, and, again, they just keep on playing these tough teams. And like Jusak said, they keep playing these teams. They're going to keep learning on what to do going forward, because these are the type of teams and the type of competition you're going to face, not only at state, but also in their section alone. And they have a very, very tough section that they play in. So it'll be interesting to see going forward. But again, Carly Jusak, our A&W Player of the Game here this evening, 21 points, 12 rebounds, a double-double. She also had a block in this game as well. So Carly Jusak, Player of the Game here tonight. Again, these stats unofficial here, but close as I can get, and I believe that is, I believe it's correct, but again, that could change, so take these stats with a little bit of a grain of salt. We'll see if we get a word from Ted Haas here. We'll wait and see, but again, a tough night here for Pine City, but again, you continue to grow in games like these, and you continue to figure out what you want to do to get better. And again, they kept fighting and fighting and fighting to the very end, down 21-0 in that first half. That's a deficit that is hard to overcome, and it's hard to keep your heads up after going down that much in a first half, no less. But and going scoreless in the first 5 minutes, maybe I might be exaggerating a little bit, but to come back and score 35 points after being unable to score in the first couple minutes in the first half. Great turnaround there for Pine City, and they scored, again, 35 points in that first half, down by 21 going into the second half, and then Minnehaha just really kind of imposed their will on Pine City in the second half. But still, Pine City fought to the very, very end of that game. And, again, I think that's the biggest takeaway you got to take from it. And we will get a word from Ted Haas. He's making his way up there so graciously to allow us an interview here in the post-game, and that's okay. And yeah, and Ted Haas now joins us. And Coach Haas, first of all, thank you so much for joining us in this post game.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, and a tough game here. But what was the message there to the girls after being down 21-0 to start this game?
Well, Couple things. First, we definitely need to have a better start. We missed a few opportunities early on where it seemed like as soon as we got our first bucket, the cover kind of came off, and then we were able to. Our offense got rolling a little bit. We scored 34 points probably in the last 12 minutes of the half. So that was good to see. In general, though, they're they've been a top 3 seed at the state tournament multiple times. They have state championships. We thought we were able to play fairly well toe-to-toe with them for, the middle sections of the game. And so there's some good things that definitely come out of there. I think the kids can gain some confidence from the fact that, they're going up against some really good athletes and a team that, I'll tell you what, I believe that they shot the ball incredibly well, better than they normally do in the first half as well. So, you play teams like that and you hope to catch them on a cold night, not a hot night. So,
right.
All that comes into play. But, I'm proud of our kids. They didn't back down. They kept playing hard, and I think they saw how physical some of the, top teams are going to be. And we played a really hard schedule here with some really tough teams, and I think our kids are starting to play at a pretty high level. I understand we lost by 25 points or whatever it was, but I think they understand what it takes to play in a game like that and be competitive in a game like that. And I like our chances going down the stretch to get some big wins.
Absolutely, and you guys, you've mentioned played some really tough competition this year, and I think 3-4 of your losses have come against top 5 teams in the state. Talk about how you feel your team has grown from playing in these games.
Well, and it hasn't necessarily shown as much on the scoreboard as it has, I just think in general, how we're playing. And part of that is the last two really great teams we played, Goodhue and Minnehaha, not that we haven't played some other good teams, but both teams shot so well against us that it was hard to get a real barometer as to exactly where we're at. Other than the fact that, we put up some points. We scored almost 60 tonight. And I like our chances if we're scoring 60 against a really good team going down the stretch. We're going to be in the ball game most of the time. Unless the team just shoots lights out like I thought they did, especially in the first half.
Yeah, absolutely. And then talk about your team's just willingness to continue to fight throughout the entirety of this game and never, ever show any give.
Yeah, they pretty easy to pack it in when you get down 20 points like that, and but they didn't. And we cut it down to I don't know, a few times we got it down to 18 or so, a couple times and then they build it back up to 25 but I thought we did fight. I thought the kids were making some good plays. They were finding people inside. They were kicking the ball out. That's probably one of the best defensive teams we've played, and we were still, able to move the ball after we got situated. Now, obviously, we have plenty to work on after this game, so I'm not saying that. But, I'm proud of the kids for battling. And, all these games that we're playing against these great teams, we're learning a lot. And, our hope was that we would do this and come playoff time it would show. And, that remains to be seen. But right. We feel like we're going to be battle-tested and we're going to be someone that people don't want to play.
For sure. And and you've got a good group of seniors here. Talk about what they have meant to this program and even the younger players who are coming up and who will be starting next year. Yeah, well, the seniors – Sophie Lottie, Chloe Lind, LSL, those are the 3 that are on the court a lot for us as seniors, and they've been with us for a long time. They're veterans. The younger kids look up to them and see, how they're playing. We talk about, making sure that they're, being great role models and leaders for the younger kids, and as far as students and athletes, they're top notch. They do a great job in the classroom, which shows. Great leadership. That's their number one thing is to be great students, and they all do a fantastic job there. And then they come out and they play hard on the court. And so our younger kids look up to them, and hopefully they see what they have done in order to become successful, and they follow that map. So. Absolutely. Well, Coach, thank you so much for joining us here in the pregame, and good luck going forward. All right. Thanks so much. Absolutely. That, again, was head coach Ted Haas, again, the head coach of the Pine City Dragons. And thank you so much to him for joining me, and our player of the game, Carly Jusak, for joining us as well. So, again, Pine City does fall here in this one, 84-57. But, again, I think just a huge talking point is just the fact that this team never, ever, ever gave up. They never hung their head. They never got too low. They continued to fight to the very last buzzer. And, again, great job here by the Dragons. It was a tough one, and like head coach Ted Haas said, a lot of times it hasn't been showing up on the scoreboard, but just kind of the fundamentals, the things that they are improving on, the things that they're seeing this team improve on. And I think when it comes time for playoffs, this team, like, again, Coach Haas mentioned, is going to be battle-tested, and I don't think there's going to be very many teams who are going to look at this team and go, okay, they've lost to those teams. Oh, wait, they lost to a team that was number 3, number 1, number 2 in the state that are going to want to play this team. So I do believe that Pine City has just continued to improve going forward, and these teams are going to help them come playoff time. That I would not want to face Pine City in the playoff game if I were other teams. I think this team has a very good chance of running the table here in the playoffs. But the Dragons do fall here in this one to the Minnehaha Academy Redhawks. That will put them at 15-6 on the season, and they will look forward to next week, where they will play on Tuesday on the road at Foley. That's the last away game of the season. Yeah, that's the last away game of the season. They will end the season with 4 straight home games. Next week, it'll be Thursday and Friday at home. Thursday against Ogilvie, Friday against Chisago Lakes will be there. And then next week, doing a week after that, Monday the 20th and Thursday the 23rd, they'll wrap it up with Colkay at home and Malacca at home as well. So it doesn't get any easier, but they do play some tough competition and should help them moving forward in the playoffs. So the Pine City Dragons do fall here at home against the Minnehaha Academy Redhawks, but again, a tough game that they played to the very, very end. I want to thank all of you for tuning in here tonight. Thanks so much for tuning in. Appreciate it, whether you were listening on the radio or watching on our YouTube. If you were watching on our YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube. That way you can see and know when we go live with any local sporting event. So hit that red subscribe button if you're on YouTube. That way you will be notified anytime we go live with a local sporting event. Of course, a huge shout out to all of our fine sponsors. Thanks so much to all of them for sponsoring this broadcast. Can't do it without them. So thank you so much to all of the fine sponsors here who sponsor each and every broadcast. Again, the final here, 84-57 Dragons fall. Be sure to stay tuned to the morning shows for your local sports updates on Nice 95.5 FM, KBK, with Rock and Robin Riley at 7:30 and 8:30. And then right here on this very station on 100.9 with Joshua Miron at 7:45 and 8:45 for your local sports updates. You'll get to hear the scores from this game and other games around the local listening area. And we will even touch on some regional sports. So again, thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks to all the fine sponsors. And remember, be kind to everybody. You never know what someone is going through, and your kindness could really make their day. The final, once again, on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard, 84-57. Embrace Orthodontics. Your customized smile journey starts with a free consultation. The team over there wants to make your journey as seamless and convenient as possible with custom braces or Invisalign. They will also do all the insurance heavy lifting for you. And even if you don't have insurance, you can ask about financing options. They'll find a plan to fit your budget. The final one last time, Pine City, 57. Minnehaha Academy, 84. For WCMP, I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman. Have a great rest of your night and a fantastic weekend.